Hello, I hope you were fine. In the last lesson, we talked about vector basics. We talked about adding, subtracting, and multiplication of vectors. Also, we talked about dot product. You can see the formula here. We talked about normalizing. We talked about material function and a lot of things. Practice them carefully and again and again to grasp the concepts fully. Okay, today we want to talk about math expressions inside Material Editor. Okay, let's open the Unreal shaders and on your shaders project and open the Unreal Material folder and Vector Math folder, and after that open the Vector Math to Material. Okay, let's take a look at that. We have a lot of things here, and in the first node is mask. For bringing the mask node, search for component mask. With the mask node, you can isolate the channels of a vector. For example, I want to have red and green layer channels, but not blue and alpha. You can easily isolate the channels. Let's take a look at that. Let's start preview the mask RGB node, and let's give them a number. As you can see, the color here is yellow, but the color here, if I change the isolating, it's completely different. We have R and G, but not blue. Okay, very simple. What is the OneMinus node? Let's take a look at the Unreal Material documentation, the math expressions section, and let's search for OneMinus. OneMinus. What is OneMinus node? Okay, the OneMinus expression takes an input value x and outputs 1 minus x. It's always from the name. For example, if I give the 0.4 to the input, the output will be 0.6. Or for example, if I give this input, the output will be this. Okay, 1 minus 1, output is 1 minus x. Okay, let's see the result here. For example, I give the a float value by holding on one key on keyboard and connect to 1 minus x, and let's change that to 0.1. okay, and let's debug scalar values and connect that to the number, and let's start previewing node. Okay, 0.9. Let's take a look at it. Okay, 0.9. 1 minus 0.1 is 0.9. Okay, very good. The next node is breaking out float tree component. It's always from the name. It break out the vector tree and give the R, G, and B. We have used that in the material function to recreating the normalizing node and magnitude node. Here, when you break out float tree component, we have R, G, and B. Also, you can again create a vector tree component with make float tree node. For example, you want to take a vector tree and you want to multiply the green channel and recreate the vector again. You can do this on this way. Okay, very good. The next useful and very important node is Append node. In the append node, for example, let's say we have x plus y, we have xy. Again, we have an append node, and let's give the append to a and another float value to b. Now we have x, y, and z. Also, if I do that another time, we will have alpha. Okay, you can see x, y, x, y. This is x, y, x, y, z, and the next level is x, y, z alpha. It is very useful in creating materials. We will talk about the usage of that in the next lessons, don't worry. And the very important node here is the Lerp node. Okay, let's take a look at Lerp node. Lerp node linearly interpolate from black to white. The A is black. Let's disconnect this node. I want to talk about it later. The A is black and B is white. We have a black and white pattern. We should have purple color instead of black, and we should have the reddish color instead of white. Let's take a look at the Lerp node. Okay, you can see we have a purple color instead of the black places, and the reddish color in the place of the white colors. Lerp node linearly interpolate between black to white with colors or texture or something. Anything you want to give to input, it is not important. It's linearly interpolate from black to white. Okay, we have another node here, the panner node. The panner node animate the texture in the axis you want. Okay, you can see here we have, let's connect that to UV. I will talk about UVs in the next section. I give the speed of x in speed of x 0.1. I can delete that and give the speed here, speed x 0.1, and the texture we will go to left. Okay, I will talk about why it is going to left with the speed of x, and it is related to UVs. In the next lesson I will talk about that. And here the texture coordinate is connected as a coordinate, and it is for the next section as well. Okay, you know the panner node. What is it? The panner node is animating the texture in the axis you want. Okay, the usage of the panner node is like this. Okay. The next node is the time and sign node. Okay, and constant bias scale. Let's finish the lesson here, and in the next lesson I will talk about sign, time, and constant bias scale, and these nodes here, and they are important as well. And thank you for watching. Bye to the next lesson.